What's going on, everybody? We are Big Mike and Little Ant, and we're back with another review for you guys. So we are going to review The Lovebirds. So Mike thought this would be a really cool movie for us to watch, and we're going to give you guys a review. So what did you got to say about this, Mike?
Yeah, this movie was supposed to come out, I believe, in March. And of course, because of the pandemic, it wasn't allowed to come out. So eventually it got moved to Netflix, which I was happy about because I wanted to see it in the first place. And I thought, since we kind of have done like thrillers and action movies, let's switch it up to like a little comedy or romantic comedy and see
Yeah.
our review for that. So here we go.
Yeah, it was also a movie that was on our list to see as well, for me and my wife, and especially because we had the unlimited movie pass. So,
Right, right,
yeah.
right, 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 right. So, what'd you think? Dive right into it, man.
Okay, let's dive right into it. I'm gonna go by my expectations because we all seen the trailer for it, right? And we
Yes.
both seen the trailer and said it's something we wanted to see. It did meet my expectations. It was just as funny as I thought it was gonna be. It was even a little raunchy, so I kind of like when it's a little raunchy. So I didn't think it was gonna have some of the raunchiness in it. So that was also a plus. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I would say it met my expectation. I'm not gonna say it didn't go surpass my expectations, but it met my expectations. What about
Okay.
you?
Um, it definitely met my
Mm,
expectations. It did not exceed it, like you're saying right now.
right.
It wasn't like the funniest thing I've ever seen, but it definitely had a lot of laughs in it. I thought Issa Rae, and I love Issa. I watched her show Insecure on HBO.
Okay.
Shouts out to Issa, and that's Camille Nagiani, the her love interest in the movie. I thought they played well together, in the
Mm-hmm.
movie, and I thought the plot was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought just to keep going. I thought it moved slow at times, but I was so interested because they kind of filled it in with some jokes and stuff like that. So I thought it was
Right.
pretty good
Yeah, I
overall.
agree. Their chemistry was really good, and what I liked was it was a black girl and an Indian guy. So already it was like, okay, how are they gonna, how is this gonna play out? And it
Yeah.
was really cool playing off of their personalities and the whole fact of, it's called the Lovebirds. So you're like, okay, so it's obviously a romantic comedy, but they have their own little issues in the movie, and just to see how they played it on screen. So what I have to say is the chemistry between them was spot on. For an interracial couple, and a couple having issues, they played it to a T. It was pretty good and funny.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It was mostly just them, and sometimes I like movies which have other people in it, and this one
Mhm.
has so many other people having bigger roles. But I think they were able to carry the movie, even though it was mostly just uh, them two, overall. And like I said, I laughed a lot, so I thought it was a good switch up. Memorial Day, just kind of laugh and enjoy it and
Right.
stuff like that. You know, any more thoughts on you?
Yeah, well, for me, it was cool because it put a good spin on my Memorial Day. So, that was like our final touch to Memorial Day. We had a good time, cooked on the grill, and then we watched this movie that was like a good tone. Like you said, you wanted to pick something that was funny, and it really hit the mark as a cool movie you could watch. Even it has some suspense to it too. With the storyline, and everybody's seen the trailer, so we're not spoiling it. But you see, they ended up hitting the guy on a bike, and then the guy get in the car, and then he runs over the guy, and you obviously could tell he wasn't a cop. So watching the story of them figuring out, like feel like they're their own detectives to figure out, and solve the mystery. That was pretty cool, and it even, a part I'm talking about when he went to the auditorium, where they all
Yes,
had the mask on. I was just
yes,
like,
yes.
what is going on here? And I was like, oh, that was
Yeah,
even more funny.
yeah. Those like the eyes wide shut mask, and that's in the trailer too, actually. But yeah,
Right.
the
Yep.
eyes wide shut mask, and that part was pretty hilarious. I thought, like you said, them trying to figure out what to do. The part where she like had to kick the door and her heel broke, and
Mhm.
they're playing off each other. I thought that was pretty good. How did you like the ending though?
Um, so without saying anything, normally the movie had a twist for me earlier, right? So usually movies, so they did something earlier in the movie, close to the end, where when the police got in contact with them. So usually you watch these movies and that's normally the ending. So when that happened, I was like, okay, the movie still seemed like it got a little bit more life to it. Why did this happen now? So for me, it was cool that they had it looked like it could have ended, and then it had some more, and then at the end, what happened with the dude. And so I was like, oh, that was kind of cool. And I was okay with the ending. I feel like it was a good ending for the type of movie it was. I didn't have a
That's
problem
what
with
I
the ending.
thought. Yeah,
Yeah,
it definitely. I mean, it wasn't like mind blowing, but it
right.
definitely was okay for what type of movie that it
Yes.
was. I would say this is a lighthearted movie, worth watching with a girlfriend or a wife, or
Hmm.
even older kids, not maybe too younger kids,
Right.
but maybe some older kids and stuff like that. I think that'll be cool. And overall, I would definitely watch it again. Would you?
Yeah, I would watch again. Yeah. It you know what? It was the entertainment factor was there. Like it was entertaining from beginning to end. Like you said, it was some slow spots, but I think they chemistry is what sold the movie. They allowed you to watch them on camera and continue through it. And then also the girl who you might know her name, she was in True Blood. She was
Oh,
with the big yeah,
yes,
you want the
yes,
bacon on your face.
yeah,
Like
on your face, yeah.
yeah, on your face. Like I liked when she was in there too, her little spot. And
Honestly, wish she would have had more parts in the movie. To be honest with
I do. I agree. I
you. Yeah,
agree. Yeah.
yeah.
Because
She's
from the
always good.
trailer, I thought she was gonna be in it more.
Yes.
So
She's
yeah.
always good. She was good in True Blood, actually.
Yeah,
She's
she
good
was, yeah.
in everything that she does. It's crazy because True Blood, bro, was like, I want to say 09, 10. She looks the same. Like she hasn't aged a
She
bit,
looks the same, yeah. She was
right?
even in Pitch Perfect, remember?
She
Yeah.
was.
I could excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my movies. But yeah,
What? I didn't know you like Pitch Perfect.
yes, sir.
I love those movies. We'll get
Yeah,
into that after this show, actually.
yeah.
As you know, my singing background keeps me in
Hmm.
tune with that type of stuff. But yeah. So overall, what would you give it on your scale of this movie?
I'm gonna give it a solid 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 7 because it was entertaining, and for me it's an easy watch. Like some movies, for me that's the movie where I can watch it again because I consider it an easy watch. Like, oh, you want to watch that again? Like I don't feel like I have to sit down and be like, all right, my mind gotta be ready. Like Inception, you don't watch
Right.
Inception all the time. You have to be like, all right, I got some free time. I'm down. I'm diving in. Like Underworld, I would want to pay attention to. But
Right.
this, like, dude, let's just sit down and laugh. It's an easy watch. So I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yeah, I'll probably go with actually surprisingly at 7.5. I'll go a little bit higher than you.
Okay.
Because it's an easy watch. And I like some of those subtle jokes, especially that the Indian character, his name was Duran in the movie that he was
Hmm.
throwing out. And he was throwing little subtle jokes. If you caught them, they were hilarious. So I
Yes.
thought, and Issa, like I said, that's my girl. So always like her. If you ever get HBO again, check out her show Insecure,
Okay.
Tony, because it's really, really good. I think you and Sandy would like Insecure too, man. Think about it. But anyway, that's our review, folks. Real quick, just want to let you guys know. I would say check it out. It's on Netflix. It's if you have Netflix, go check it out.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. I agree. You got a good date night. You're just sitting at home. Listen, check it out. It's quarantine. You got some time.
or maybe even a virtual date for a Netflix watch party you can do with somebody. So
That too. Yeah.
that's it. All right, well, Big Mike and Little Ant. It's been one of our reviews, and talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Take care.